Hi there guys, you've got Sammy here, and today we're going to be completing the Granny Beads Granny Square as part of our 365 Granny Square a Day Crochet Along project. So I've just made a start here by doing a chain of 4 and slip stitching together. I'm just going to do a chainless double crochet into the ring. Okay, I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to repeat this 3 times. I'm going to pop in 4 double crochet into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, and chain 2. So we're going to repeat that all the way around. Obviously we started with just a single chainless double crochet, so for the last one it'll just be 3 double crochet, slip stitching into the top of the first chainless double crochet to finish out round 1. I will meet you back here for round 2, and I will try and sort out my lighting. See you soon. First round's finished, so we have 4 sets of 4 double crochet. Excuse me, with 4 chain 2s, making our corners. And I'm just going to slip stitch over to a corner chain space and do a chainless double crochet to start. Chain 2, and I'm going to pop 2 double crochet into the same chain 2 space. Now the next part we are going to repeat 4 times. We're going to do a bead stitch into the first double crochet. So into the first double crochet we'll do a normal double crochet. That's the start of our bead stitch. And yarn over, insert our hook behind that post that we've just made, pull up a loop, yarn over, go behind the post of the double crochet we've just created, yarn over, behind the post, pull up a loop, once more. So we're doing that 4 times, yarning over, pulling through all but the last loop, yarning over and pulling through the last 2 to complete our bead. We're going to skip the second double crochet and pop a bead stitch into the third. So into the top of that third double crochet we'll work a double crochet, and then we're working around the post of the double crochet we have just created. So yarning over, behind the post, pulling up a loop, yarning over, behind the post, pulling up a loop, yarning over, behind the post, pulling up a loop, yarning over, behind the post and pulling up a loop. So we do that 4 times, then pull through all the loops except the last one. You can see I've worked those loops a little bit tightly, so I've got to work to wiggle them off. Oops. Okay, got the last one on, yarn over and pull through those 2 that are left on our hook. I'm going to skip the 4th double crochet, working into the corner chain space, 2 double crochet, chain 2, and another 2 double crochet. Okay, we're going to repeat that pattern all the way back to our starting point, remembering we put a standing double crochet in the corner space, so we've got to put 1 more in before we slip stitch into the top of that first standing double crochet to finish off the round. Finishing off round 2, there will be 16 double crochet, 8 bead stitches and 4 chain 2 spaces. I'll meet you back here ready for round 3. Okay, lovelies, back and ready for round 3. Now I've just made a bit of a start there, but I have stopped at a corner so I can show you guys how this one runs. Starting again with the chainless double crochet, going to pop, we're in the corner chain 2 space. Just going to do our chainless double crochet, another double crochet, chain 2, and another 2 double crochet into the same chain space. Then we're going to pop a double crochet into the top of each of the double crochet from the previous round. Going to pop 2 into the top of bead stitch. And 2 into the top of the next bead stitch. And then a double crochet into the last 2 double crochet from the previous round. And that brings us back to our next chain space. So we're going to repeat that double crochet all the way back to the beginning, where we'll be joining with a slip stitch into our chainless double crochet. I'll let you guys finish out round 3 and I'll meet you back here for round 4. Okay guys, back for round 4. You can see I've already made a start on one side. We've got a lot of bead stitches in this round. Now depending how your sizing is going, this could be your final round. So I'm just going to do a double crochet. To start off, you'll be in the corner chain space with a chainless double crochet, and we're going to turn that into a bead stitch. Remembering keeping our 4 yarn overs fairly loose, pulling through so there's only 2 loops left, yarning over and pulling through the last 2 to complete the stitch to the corner. So we're going to chain 2 and then we're going to work a second bead stitch into that corner chain 2 space. So double crochet, yarning over, pulling up a loop 4 times to complete our bead stitch. 3, 4, pulling through all but the last loop, yarning over and pulling through the last 2. Now we're going to be working bead stitch for the majority of this round. So down the sides we're going to be working into every first stitch. So the 1st, the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, the 9th and the 11th. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down the side, not counting the 2 in our corner chain space. So again, working in the 1st, the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, the 9th and the 11th stitches down the side, working 1 into the corner, chain of 2 and then a second bead stitch into the corner, going all the way back to our starting point, joining with this slip stitch into the top of the first bead stitch. I'll let you guys finish out round 4. I'll meet you back here for round 5 in case you need it to bring your square up to size. See you soon. Okay guys, round 4 is completed. Back for round 5, which is purely just to achieve size if you aren't quite there yet. So we are in the top of one of our corner bead stitches. I need a half double crochet to bring mine to size. I'm just going to work a chainless half double crochet into the top of the bead stitch and a second one. Corner chain space, I'm going to work 2 half double crochet, a chain of 2 and another 2 half double crochet. So depending how much bigger you need your square to be, you may not need this round at all, but you could do single, half double, double crochet, or even 2 rounds if you like. I'm just going to work that same stitch, working 2 half double crochet into the top of each bead stitch, 2 with a chain of 2 and another 2 in the corner chain spaces for our corners. So at the end of this round you will have 80 half double crochet, single or double, whichever you've elected to use, and 4 chain 2 spaces. I hope you've enjoyed hooking up the granny bead. Love the textures in this one, and I can't wait to see your variations. Have a fantastic day, and until next time, happy hooking.